This is No Man's Sky, I'm Diamant. Welcome to episode 8 of our Fresh Start playthrough. We're here on our freighter that we got in the last episode. And I think this episode, we're gonna work on it a bit. I wanna build up a fleet of frigates so that we can actually just start running missions out of this freighter on a daily basis. Freighter missions will give you loot, it'll give you tons of money. It's just a good way to actually build up credits and get items within the game. Now, we're gonna need a couple things first. We've actually we need command rooms to run the missions out of. And I've built 5 of them on the freighter. So we've got these right here, and we've got a line of like 5 of them. Now you can only run, I believe, 5 missions at a time. If we need to run more at a time, I'll build more of these, but we should be able to run 1 mission out of each of these. We don't have much right now though, like I'll show our fleet. We're gonna need to build up a little bit before we actually start running these. Like if I go to manage fleet, all you ever get in the beginning is 1 exploration frigate. Which, this one's decent. I mean, it doesn't have any missions run or anything like that. It's Type C, it's got a lot of room to grow. So this is kind of what we're looking for. The Class C frigates are gonna be relatively inexpensive, and so we're gonna grab a whole bunch of them. I did some exploring while off camera, kind of hopped through systems, did a little bit of looting, did some scanning on planets, you know, build up my exosuit inventory, things like that. And I ended up with about 40 million units that we're up to right now. So we might spend maybe about 20 or 30 of it on some more of these frigates. Also, if we head over to the anomaly, we'll actually have, and let's head over there. Let's head back to the bridge here, or head back to the hangar here. If we head over to the anomaly, there's actually a couple of frigates that I have as expedition drops. There's 2 of the expeditions that actually gave them out. So, and for anybody that didn't see it last time, that is our freighter. It's absolutely gorgeous. I actually thought, now I need to double check on this to be honest guys, but I thought there was a size bigger than this, but I think this is as large as this class comes, so as long as we don't have anything we need an S-Class for, I think we're good for the duration of the game. So let's head over to the anomaly. I haven't gotten any of the expedition rewards or any of the Twitch drops at this point. I'm still not going to, but we're gonna actually grab the free frigates that I've got and then start building a fleet from there. Oh, look at that one. That is gorgeous. Hang on, I need a closer look at that ship. Like, I absolutely love my interceptor. But there's some of these out there that are just... Oh, yeah, I love that. I love, like, the flat wings that it has. Oh, that looks really good. This thing looks like a transformer. Like, there's just so much going on this interceptor that you almost don't even know what you're looking at. Yeah, can't wait to find more of them. There's actually one of those that you got on an expedition as well, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about that. So this is the guy you talk to for Quicksilver. It's also where you get your expedition rewards and your Twitch drop rewards. So the expeditions, let's have a look. I'm not gonna worry about any of the customizations. We'll do that in a couple episodes. Maybe we'll change our look. But what I'm looking for, and it might take me a moment to find them. Oh, this is the Utopia Speeder. This is one of the first planet-side ships that you got. We're not gonna worry about that yet. I wanna get fully built up and have everything, and then we'll start grabbing some of these that we actually like. Here we go. So one of these gave us an organic frigate. So this we can add to the fleet, and this is an S-Class. This thing is absolutely amazing. So our first one was an exploration frigate, and then this one is too. It also has really good trade stats, so we can start sending this out and it'll help us quite a bit. Let me grab, so that's one of them, and then they also had, this was quite a while ago. I don't even remember when they did this expedition, but they did like almost like a co-op with Mass Effect. Let's see if we can find it. Here it is. So yeah, they were giving out the Normandy at the end of the expedition, which was absolutely awesome. So this one's also really, really good at exploration, so that's the type of missions we're gonna do right off the bat. So we'll add this guy. All right, then let's head out. That gives us a couple of really nice additions to the fleet. And then we're gonna have to hop from system to system to find new ones. Yep, here we go. As you kind of hop around from planet to planet, usually you just warp to a planet, and you'll get a whole bunch of freighters that warp in. And then when you get these little, like, green dollar sign looking things, I don't even know what that little horseshoe looking symbol is. These are ones that you can actually recruit. If you get close enough, he should hail me. Nope, wrong button. Then we can inspect it. I'm not gonna worry about min-maxing with this. What I'm looking for is I want it to have run very few expeditions, have decent stats, and not like a whole ton of negative traits. Like this is just a clean slate. You can probably find some better stats. I mean, you can always go out and dismiss, you know what I mean, frigates and add new ones in there, but this is a nice clean slate, so I think we're just gonna accept it, because this should be just fine. I probably can find one that has a little higher combat stat before its first expedition, but this'll work. This is good enough. So we'll take this. So that's 1.5 million. And then we'll keep going and see if we can find any others that are worth taking here. This is another C-class here. This one actually looks pretty nice. Yeah, see a little bit better combat, and you get a few other stats just to add a little flavor to it. So that's nice. So we'll take this one. All right, let's have a look at this one. Oh, and if you guys are curious, actually, let me see if I can drag it onto screen here. I'll show you what I'm using for reference. There's really two things. I found like a little frigate shopper's guide that was on Reddit just a few days ago. Let me tab out so you can see this. This I found on Reddit. So it kind of gives you a nice breakdown of stats. I won't keep it on there too long. You guys can pause if you want to see it. But it gives you a nice baseline on what to look for and how these things rank up. And then also, this is like an oldie but a goodie. Now, I don't know how much of this info is still relevant or if it changed at all, but there was this spreadsheet, Dark Lord's minimum stat recommendations, like a long time ago. This actually came out, and there's just several pages of good frigate information for you. And this gives you a nice little guideline. So like with this one, so if you search this out, it should still be around. You can kind of download it for Excel. But it's like you start looking at, if it's a C class, that's a, let's take a look here. That's gonna be this section right here. If you're getting at how many expeditions, so this has gone on 3 expeditions. So 3 expeditions, non-support, if it's really, really good, should be a 20. Now this is like a 19, so it's okay. And the one we got before this was all right. It's probably gonna get the job done, but maybe we'll have to replace it eventually. But that's close enough to what he's actually recommending to where I would actually get it. And then if you're gonna start going for B class, like these are like some of the best stats you can get as far as number of expeditions run and everything. So yeah, so that's what I'm actually using as a guideline to get these things. This one is close enough, so we're gonna go ahead and pick it up. Then we'll do some hopping around and see what else we can actually find. Oh, you want to fight? Yeah, come on over. Let's give ourselves some space. Yeah, dude, I got valuable stuff. Come get me. Yeah, look at that. You want the salvage data.
Hostile ships approaching.
God, this ship's so good. Oh, it said deploying a frigate. I think it was actually gonna come and try to support me. That's actually pretty cool. So 7 expeditions, C class, 21 combat. That's right on the borderline. Now these are negative traits, but as it ranks up, these negative traits will go away. 2 million, 21 combat, a little bit extra. We'll go ahead and take it. C-class. Good enough. Here we go. We finally found a Gek that might want to join. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, this is nice. Inexpensive, no negative traits, only 1 expedition, 19 industrial. That's pretty good. Welcome aboard. Oh, now this is nice. 20 industrial, and only 1 expedition. Yeah, that's really, really good. We'll take you. Nice little battle. That's actually a pretty nice little freighter. I don't want it, but that's not bad. We can save it. It doesn't tell me how many are here. Yeah, we just melt through these guys.
Hostile ships approaching.
Okay. Just have to be super careful not to shoot the freighter. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. It's slightly smaller than the one that we already have, though. If I hadn't found the other one, we might have actually thought about this. But now that we actually have a freighter, let's land here. You can request payment from the guy. So, let's see what the captain gives as a reward and see if this is actually worth doing. Yeah, see, this is a C-class. I would have hated it anyway. Let's request payment. Oh, did he just give me... Oh, that's really nice. Those are hard to get. I mean, you can do abandoned... Yeah. Yeah, those are... This is definitely... If it gives this regularly, this is worth doing. Now these little guys here are pretty interesting. I just ran into these while scanning on the planet. Now I should be able to interact. I've actually already adopted one of these, but they give me... I don't even know what that is, bone nuggets? I'm gonna adopt this one too. Now this thing... Now this'll follow me around. Yeah, I've literally never seen one like this, so let's go ahead and feed him up. Oh, finding resources. Does he scan for me? Did he actually find anything? Oh yeah, he does. He just scans for you. That's kinda cool. Because I can see the sodium right over there. That's awesome. Alright. Feeling neglected. Alright, so let's feed him. Let's pet him. And we'll get both of these maxed out. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I think I've said it before, I'm not a huge fan of some of the creatures in No Man's Sky, but this thing is definitely cool. It's like just a bubble with a bunch of marbles in it. I mean, it just looks awesome. Alright, what was that thing it actually gave me? Let me take a look at that. This is the second one of these I've tamed. The other one gave me something too, and I think it's the same thing. Bone nuggets? Oh, it's an animal, okay. All right, cool. Well, we'll do this later. When we get to like a nutrient processor, let's see what happens to us if I eat the thing. See if we die. Oh, life support recharged. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. So he gives you stuff that'll help you with your life support, and he scans for resources. So he's like, actually useful. I'm impressed. All right, let's keep going. Oh, now have a look at this. This we've actually been looking for. And it's these radioactive planets that have it. I think the, maybe the desert planets do too, and it's got a nice little patch of sodium sitting right next to it. We need this stuff. Basically, you're gonna harvest this, throw it in a refinery, and it's gonna turn straight into nanites. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a base here. And we might find 2 or 3 spots, maybe not tonight, but we're gonna go find 2 or 3 spots that have these on this planet and build bases on them. We can hop between those bases, mine these, get the nanites, and you just rinse and repeat and rotate through your nanite bases, and that's the easiest way. Then you don't have to hop from planet to planet to do all the scanning. This is exactly what we wanted. Plus it's got that really cool, like this is actually the planet that our creature came from. This guy, let me find him. Oh, hang on, I screwed that up. Yeah, this guy here. So we've got 2 of these right now. This is the planet that they come from. And we're gonna have some nanite farms here, so this is actually pretty cool. So let's plop a base down right here. We're not gonna do anything fancy with it right now, but we'll have the marker down and we'll be able to easily come back to it. Doesn't matter where we put it, because we're gonna move it. And I don't see... I mean, it's hard to tell. They're like the little green dots. I don't see any more around. They're gonna pop up on the map like this. Like, notice how you have like the 3 stars? That can mean a bunch of different things, but that's how these will show up. So if you see that, you know if you see these like star-shaped icons on some of these radioactive planets, you know to go after them. Essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna wall this in. Because these things will start to roll all over the place once we start harvesting them. So, but they'll respawn, and they should respawn in these exact spots. So we're just gonna encase these. And then we're able to come back to them and harvest later. Now we're only gonna have room for, or resources for one of these for the moment, but we'll get it started anyway. These medium refiners are nice because they're a lot faster than the portable ones. And you don't actually need power for them either, so they're perfect. I'll probably have like 5 or 6 of them in this base at some point, but for now, we'll just chill. Let's do... yeah, get maybe like 100 more. We just need to get this place. We need to get a teleporter in here. We need to get this powered, and then we're gonna be good to go. Okay, There we go. So it's basically just a... Actually, let me get a better view of it. I'll show you what we've got here. Oh, look at this. Extra parts. Don't need it. Yeah, so this is all it is. We're gonna make this look nicer eventually, but we just wanted to wall this section in. We just want to get everything enclosed so we don't have to deal with sentinels, and then we're gonna actually mine this stuff for nanites. Like I said, we've got a little basic power here. We'll make all this a lot better and more functional. And these are your medium refiners. Like I said, we're gonna have way more of these eventually. So all we're gonna do is this. We got a nice little pocket down in the bottom. As I'm mining these, it's all gonna go into that pocket, so it'll all just roll right downhill. And you don't even have to wait all day. Like, if we get 2 or 3 bases like this, these will respawn fast enough that by the time we mine one base, we can hop to the other and it's respawned. I think you need 3, but I don't know that for sure. So, like, that took just a couple of minutes. And then we just get to here. Where did it... Oh, there it is. So 6,000 runaway mold on this base. That's gonna take 12 minutes. And if I wanna make it faster, I can do a whole bunch of medium refiners. But that's gonna take 12 minutes. You start, let that run, hop to the next base, throw that in the refiner, and you just keep rotating through 3 or 4 bases, and you've got these medium refiners running. I don't know how many you can do per hour, but this, once it passes 12 minutes, will give us about 1,300 nanites. So this is a way, way better way to get nanites than what we were doing before. So this is gonna help us out quite a bit. So we've got a base. We've got it powered on. We'll eventually come back to this planet and find 2 or 3 more of these little outcroppings here. If we get lucky, we'll find a bigger one, maybe one that'll give us like 9 or 10,000 for every round. And then we'll be all set. But anyway, back to space, and let's see if we can get a couple more frigates. Now, it's not the specific plan that I had coming into this system, but you really need to. Like, if you're ever gonna enjoy this game, you really do need to stop and take advantage of, like, the good things that pop up randomly for you. Maybe it's just me, but I kind of find if I stay constantly obsessed with only the task at hand, you just get frustrated because you don't always get it. The game doesn't always put that in front of you right away. Oh, look at this. Well, 5 expeditions. Let me see. No, that's still good. A little bit of trade. Nope, I like it. That's a really good one, too. I almost feel like we have too many exploration frigates, but it is what it is. That's not bad, but it's 4 million, and we're trying to save money, so we're not gonna take it. You know what? We need more combat, so we'll just take it. Welcome aboard. That's pretty good. C-class, 23 combat, no negative traits. It's been on 8 expeditions so far. Yep, that's good. We'll take it. That's not bad. It's relatively cheap. Alright, we'll take it. Oh, this is trade. It's not amazing, but I've seen so few trade frigates that I'm just gonna take it. Oh, here we go. Trading. 4 expeditions. It's a little low on the stats, but it has no negative. We'll take it. And then a fresh exploration. We don't necessarily need it, but that's some pretty good stats, and it's never been damaged. It has never gone on an expedition. I think that's about as good as it gets for like a clean slate, so we're gonna take that. Alright, that gives us quite a few. Let's go ahead and call our freighter in. Give it a little bit of space here. Let's call him in. That's not bad. That's a good little start on a fleet. So let's head in. We're gonna get them started on some missions. And then we'll come back next episode and see how it went. Let's go to fleet composition. Let me see what we're looking at so far. Yeah, so these are the two that we got from expeditions. These are, you know, some of the better ones you're gonna get. Although this one's, I mean, it's good. It's good overall. Let's see. It's hard because it's like, they need to let you sort this a little bit better, but it's hard to tell for sure. But we've got several combat, tons of exploration. Industrial, we've got a couple. We almost have too many combat. Exploration, we're fully loaded, so I can't take any more of those. Some industrial, some trade. So we got a little bit of everything, so we're not in bad shape. So I think these first missions are gonna be like super basic. Yeah, these are not bad. These are all gonna be like 1 or 2 stars, so we'll just get them, Okay, so this is gonna be exploration, so let's go ahead and assign some ships for it. Since we have 1,000,000 of these things. Yeah, they'll fly through this, so let's launch it. And then these are gonna be much shorter. So this is balanced. I don't know exactly how you're always supposed to, but we'll get a little bit of everything. So we'll send the Leviathan since it's good at everything. We'll send this so that we have some industrial. That gives us a little bit of combat and a decent amount of trade. We'll send them with the support ship. And maybe we'll give them a little more combat. We'll call it good. That'll be more than enough to... I don't know that we'll actually have enough fuel to do all of these. This one's combat, so we'll send the Normandy. We have plenty of these guys. Yep, we're actually out of fuel. So we'll call it good there. So that gives us a few of them. We'll see what the rewards are when we come back. Let me see, I actually am curious what this actually looks like now, because I haven't even seen these. These rooms are totally different. Okay, so it's still kind of just a hologram. Let me see what this interface looks like. You should be able to get, like, status updates on them. We're not gonna abort. Alright, so he tells you everything's good. No damage. Fleet's good here. Alright, so we'll give it the time for this to finish. In the meantime, before we start the next episode, I'll head out and get us some more fuel. Because basically you're gonna go through tons of this. And so I need to find a bunch of dihydrogen and a bunch of tritanium so I can make tons of fuel and just keep sending these guys out. When they come back, we'll collect the rewards, we'll reinvest it back into the fleet. So I think for now, we'll call it an episode. That's a really good start to the fleet. Next episode, we might actually get back to the MSQ, because we'll have them running expeditions and collecting rewards. Oh, sorry, running these missions and collecting rewards while we finish up the MSQ and actually get a decent-sized base built. But appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you're liking the content, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. But until then, have a good one.